The robot waifus are coming really soon, guys. Just hang in there.
A smart guy like you? So good with his hands?
Hello, friends. Trace amounts of science. Today we're getting back to our roots with a bit of r/JustNeckbeardThings. And yes, there are so many neckbeard things to talk about. Indeed. Most of them are anime, which I don't connect with, but sometimes they play video games too.
Gubbins no want cartoon girls, no want fake hunt. Gubbins want to stalk wild bison and smash in head with rock.
Well, that's a noble pursuit, Gubbins. People said they don't like your new voice. What do you have to say to that?
It must suck to suck.
Sure does, little buddy. All right, let's go ahead and get on into this thing. This OP says, Elon's Doge minions look exactly the way you'd expect them to. Who are these little boys and why are they in charge of our money? And 2 out of 4 have broccoli haircuts, which that's just a bad sign all around, you know?
Yeah, what's up, baby mama?
It does list their names. It's censored here. I don't care to go actually look it up. Somebody says the U.S. Treasury pays for Social Security, Medicare grants, federal salaries, and is usually run by grown-ups. Mamas, come get your babies out of our government. Yeah, well, there's also the case of, like, come get your fucking skeletal dinosaurs out of government. I don't know. There has to be a happy medium. I have an idea. How about somebody that's, like, you know, the perfect age? My age. I will run all of the government things. You can count on me. I have a 100% non-interventionist policy. I don't give a shit what else goes on. We gotta take care of ours. That's what I know. There's a lot more to pick on than just the age, though. So I think it's reductive that we're getting stuck there. But whatever. It's your meme. Great job. We're gonna move on. This OP says, imagine thinking that. We got a 4chan user here who says, a girlfriend is basically just some chick to blast in the butter mouth on a regular basis.
Who told you that? Who gave you that piece of information?
Why is the word friend in it? Well, basically you're doing it wrong. Another anon comes in and says, because she's nice to me, and we do stuff together, and she is my friend. Which is the correct outlook, of course. The other person just, yeah, he's gonna be a 4chan for a long time. Second anon basis hill. Make me feel real good. Remind me of wifey and I. Alright, good post, I guess. It turned around at the end. Let's move on. This OP says, I didn't realize you could put negative points into charisma. Yeah, it actually loops back around to 255. It's pretty crazy. How to touch a woman's boobs.
Shut your hole. I'll tell you what I want, fresh squeeze. These.
So the line I came up with is, we've definitely seen this one before. I don't mean to be rude, and I certainly don't want to be creepy, but I gesture by bringing my hands up and cupping them around the breast area. Are amazing. And then, after she blushes and says, thanks, tee-hee, you can follow up with, like, I don't mean to be out of line, but would it be okay if I could, have a feel? So what do you think? What do I need to tweak to make it work? That don't work. Just throw the entire thing away. I don't think that this is salvageable. What sort of adult videos have you been watching that made you think that that was even like a remote possibility in reality? You're media poison, son, and I hate to see it. Go outside and have a normal conversation, would you? I appreciate you. I mean, I don't actually appreciate you yet, but I could. Let that be your motivation. Moving on. Guys, when they hit their 20 but still don't have girlfriends. Oh, it's a Phineas and Ferb platypus, but he's wearing a MAGA hat. And it was definitely only single dudes in their 20s that voted for Trump. That's why he won. You see how the logic sort of falls apart there, don't you? I hate your meme. Goodbye. Just immediately give in to a false dichotomy. I don't know what the fuck is up with that. Okay, anyway. The ultimate question from a neckbeard. It looks as though I'm in for a fun evening. And it's a bunch of little ponies tied up. It's from a Facebook group called Bronies and Pegasisters United. God.
My little brony, fetish-sized cartoon shows.
If you were looking to farm some cringe, I don't know, maybe take a peek. Maybe lose a few thousand brain cells. 27 people liked this. Jesus. You're all disgusting. Somebody comments and says, just remember, if there aren't enough holes, you could keep a knife nearby to make more. Gotta put those openings to work, huh? Yeah, you might have to remove some teeth for safety reasons. Oh my god. Oh my god!
Hey, stop! I always catch you fuckers watching this sick shit. This is sickening!
What are you... What? I've been broken inside, dude. You posted this publicly? Your grandma can see this? What the fuck are you doing? Ugh, I thought we were gonna have a nice chill one. You know, I thought I was gonna walk in here and it was just gonna be like some weird neckbeards, but nothing like incel level terrible. This is that. I was trying to avoid it. Just the darkness, but now it's creeping in. Okay, I'm not gonna let it creep in for too long. We're gonna move on. Keep our fingers crossed that we can find something a bit less, you know, horribly disgusting to the level of making me want to end all of humanity. Oh, wow. All right. Okay, whatever. This OP says, I hate it here. So do I. As I'm scrolling through these, I'm just like, I don't know why I decided to do this. Why is this the direction that my life has turned?
What have I done?
I need to find something else. It's been half a decade since we started doing this, and it's only gotten progressively worse. Just, I don't know how much longer I can stand it. Ryan Gasoline says, what's crazy about doing it is that people will do it with a beautiful stranger, but not with their ugly friend who's been in love with them for like 8 years.
Well, maybe it's just because you're ugly.
Patavan Goon comes in and says, yeah, I hope she sees this, bro. And Ryan says, she'll see it. I printed it out, and I left it on her windshield. Yeah, well, I hope she... No, I don't hope she responds to it. I hope she cuts you off. You've not been her friend for 8 years. You've been the guy waiting in line for 8 years. That sort of turns the whole thing around from, you know, feeling bad for you to feeling like you're really a pathetic little person. Like, how about we have a direct conversation instead of printing out our tweets and putting on the windshield? Whatever. Whatever! It's fine. I'm not mad. We're moving on. Elitism over frickin' anime. That's right, everybody. We've got to gatekeep everything. There will be no filthy casuals in my anime.
I'm genuinely confused on what goes on in a gatekeeper's mind, because it's like, how do you actually plan on gatekeeping this shit?
A message to antis, tourists, and hood weebs. How to spot an anime tourist. Only watches Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball, and other common anime shows. Likes anime because it's trendy. Will join the anime fandom for the sake of policing others in the community. Berates you for liking something they don't like. Thinks fan service is sexist and drawings equate to real life issues. Now we could break each of these down piece by piece, but I think that the backwards thinking is pretty plain to see, don't you? Like, aren't you the one policing the community and berating others for liking a thing you don't like? Whatever! Again, I'm not mad!
Okay, now you sound pretty angry.
I'm not angry! I'm not angry! I'm fine! I love it!
It's a stupid post made by a stupid person. Posted on a stupid message board and read by a stupid idiot. But hey, thanks for being here today. Did I say that already? I think I said that already. Shit, I fucked it up. I'm supposed to say it all the time. Because I really do appreciate you guys being here, you know? I'm not going to get into it right now. You guys want to see some more posts, right? We'll move past this tripe, right? Okay, into the next one. Here's one creator's thoughts on the fans who idolize him. Alan Moore on Rorschach from The Watchmen. He says, I wanted to make Rorschach as like, this is what Batman would be in the real world. But I've forgotten that actually to a lot of comic fans, smelling, not having a girlfriend, these are all actually kind of heroic to them. So Rorschach became the most popular character in Watchmen. I made him up to be a bad example, but I have people come up to me in the street and saying like, I am Rorschach, that's my story. And I'd be thinking, yeah, great. Could you just like keep away from me, never come anywhere near me again as long as I live?
You see what those bloody corporations do? They take your ideas and they suck them.
And also, keep buying my comic books. I really appreciate that, but I don't want to actually have to interact with you directly. No offense. Just enjoy the thing that I made. That's really all I need. I think there's a good lesson here in, people taking different meanings away from the thing that you've created. It basically happens in every video that I do every single day. Somebody's like, here's something completely out of context. I'm like, whatever. You don't get it, you don't get it. I'm not going to sit here and explain it to you. So we'll move on. When a Redditor uses the bus. And this is from the r/f cars circle jerk. So I guess they don't like the people that say F cars. Car brain cannot comprehend a wholesome moment with a stranger while on public transit. It says, I groped and rubbed my dog against a woman on the bus home.
Disgusting pervert! That's absolutely unacceptable!
What the fuck? And also, why? And also, it's time to take you to go see the rabbits. Look out there!
Look at the bunny, Lenny!
The bunny!
I truthfully do not need to hear anymore. It was a really full bus. I usually don't do these type of things because I'm a scared and cowardly person, but yesterday I was just so depressed and out of it. I didn't care. She was right in front of me, and she smelled so good. Oh my god, it's really making my skin crawl. Didn't JustNeckbeardThings think it used to be like a funny place, right? Maybe I'm just having a weird one. This has hit me really fucking different today. I hate it. But we continue. I just go closer, smelling her hair and towering over her. She turned away and I just started slightly thrusting forward, rubbing against her. There was no place for her to go. I did it for 15 minutes. I even skipped my stop. I didn't want to stop, it felt so good. She then got off, practically crying. I hope I do this again.
Get the hell out of here and stay out, you pervert!
Well, good. I'm not disgusted, and I can't eat lunch today. What? I don't understand. I really don't. It also happened a lot in Japan, I know. That's why they had, like, female-only trains and things like this. But, like, to do it in real... I hope this is just a shit, but you made this up, right? You're a scared and cowardly person. You thought about doing this, but you didn't actually do it, right? You gotta say right, or I'm gonna take you out back. I'll take a bow back anyway. You having thoughts like this? It's essentially giving yourself consent to do something like this if you ever found the opportunity. It's thought crime, yes, but that still doesn't mean that I won't use it as an excuse to persecute you.
This is an officer of the law. Start putting your hands behind your back, otherwise I'm gonna beat your ass.
Anyway, next post. This OP says, I don't even. And yeah, I'm also feeling, I don't even today either. Reddit is pro PDF. And then self-identified PDF creeps into the thread to defend himself. Imagine caring this much about where other people put their junk. It's almost as if you're trying to stop people from questioning where you out yours. No, you're really trying to do a little gotcha moment, but it's not like that, all right? Sometimes it is. Sometimes Republican senator gets caught in a bathhouse or something like this. But in this case, it's you, a literal PDF coming into the thread to defend yourself because you were offended by somebody else's opinion. Dude comes back and said, asking because English isn't my first language and I might have interpreted wrong what you said. Are you saying that I should not care about people involving kids in their acts of that type. And he said, that's exactly what I meant. Not your dog, not your problem, not your kid, not your business. Instead of focusing on the junk of others, maybe focus on your own. I think the problem is you're too focused on your own. I've had a weirdo like you coming after my kids, and you know what I did? I sent him pictures of his house. I said, don't make me come out there, because I fucking will.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to shoot him.
If it is my kid, then yes, we've already escalated to that point. I'm trying to stop it before it gets to that point, before my child is harmed. Do you understand? Your logic is faulty, so is your brain. Follow me out into the woods for an impromptu hunting trip. He's like, what are we hunting? You. Start running.
I'm gonna give you to the count of 10 before I pump your guts full of lead. 1, 2, 10.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I hate this guy. I hate this whole fucking subreddit. There's a reason that I stopped coming here. Like, slowly, just forgot about it. And now that I'm trying to do it again, I'm just like, yeah, I don't really even want to anymore. It's all about it's all about children. These are the worst people in the world, the dregs of humanity, and I truly just, I don't know if I have the strength to stare into the void today. You know what I mean? Oh, here's another weird Facebook post. Zuckerberg out here doing the most. It's a little girl holding a cherry rubber of some sort, and she says, excuse me, you drop your candy. I wonder what it tastes like. And then, of course, the comments just, oh, fuck, man. I wish I had the time, energy, resources to dig into every profile here. Just ruin your entire life over it. And I know there are going to be people in the comments that are like, oh, it's just a cartoon, ReddX. ReddX, it's just a cartoon.
Back off, she's a minor!
Well, like I explained earlier, it's you, basically, it's your brain giving your body consent, isn't it? I truly will drag you out back. I truly will make you stand in line, and one at a time I will beat your head in with a ReddX Industries brand lead pipe. I'm not joking. The levels of unfettered rage that some shit like this... I'm trying really hard. I'm not even going to read the comments. You can look at the screen. You can read them yourself if you want, but it's just, it's awful. It's all fucking awful!
It's all beautiful! It's all of it, and every single one of them sucks!
When does it stop? That's implying that it ever does. I just think I'm ready to get off the ride now. I think I'm good. It's been a great show. Thank you guys for supporting and watching and all that shit, but I don't have the energy anymore. The tides are turning, the cringe is overwhelming, and I am but one man, don't you see? Still, I must bear the brunt of it, I suppose, so let's just get the hell away from this. Let's find anything else, please. This OP says, who let neckbeards run the foreign policy of the United States? Trump administration pressures Romania to lift restrictions on Tate brothers. See, yeah, this isn't cartoon little girls. This is actual real-life adult women that are imprisoned and forced to perform on a web camera. Like, should I just go to Awful Everything or Noah Get the Boat? Like, just really crush myself up? Not just my spine, but my entire being, my will to live, into the finest fucking powder imaginable.
I gotta end this. I'm telling you, this is all I can take. Somebody please put me out of my misery.
And then blow it into the wind. Who even gives a shit anymore? Just blow it into the wind, you know? Would I like to, throw a grappling hook on their roof and rappel into their window with an assault rifle? Yes, anybody would. But I don't know that I have the energy or the funds or the time or the will anymore, is my point. Everything's terrible. Truly. Everything is fucking terrible and I don't see it getting any better. I've tried my best. I've done what I can do. Now I guess I'm just here to chronicle the downfall. The further downfall. Anyway, moving on. This OP says, popular gachas and its fan bases are just hellholes. Yeah, that's why I only play Warcraft Rumble, you see. No little girls in there, just orcs and paladins. Just like God meant it to be. Gacha Gaming, what did bro mean by this? Bro, my type is not that bad. Bro's type. Yeah, basically all just a bunch of little kids. Bunch of drones, bunch of little kids to fucking...
Like I said, Jack, it's a crew, and I love minors!
I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. At least the comments section seems to be speaking some truth, even if they're overwhelmingly downvoted. Somebody says, why is this so normalized? And a weirdo says, because it's peak. Yeah, you seem like the type of motherfucker that peaked at 8 years old, you know? That's why he wants to go back. He can't compete with real adults in the real world. This makes him feel better because they're children who don't know any better and also, yeah, don't have any opinions because they're fucking animated. Somebody else says, I guess it's perfectly fine if bro's like 11 years old himself. Oh, he's 40? Have a good day. I think that's the best thing to do. Just move on. Somebody else says, FBI! They're a little bit busy right now.
Baby, let me see it. I just want to eat it.
Some weird stuff going on at the FBI right now. I'm glad to see at least a few people speaking truth here, but goddamn, it still is not enough to do my heart at all well. I'm just gonna start skipping over the PDF posting as best I can because I'm so close to just being broken and done with the entire thing. Fucking walking away forever. So instead we have this. This has 5K likes on Twitter. What does this even mean? It's like the super depressed Wojak with two girls in a basket. Like the, I don't know, hipster girl Wojak. And I guess they're telling him we should have open borders. Why not? They're not hurting anybody. Well, let me show you some statistics, actually.
As you can see, the more you f around, the more you're going to find out.
He says, if you don't let me kill our child, you're evil. This is making me uncomfortable. We need to defund the police. But that's mean. Release criminals from prison. But this isn't fun. Not everything's about being nice. Not everything's about fucking having fun. Sometimes we do things just to hold it together. So society can carry on for another decade. Which it will, as long as we all just keep pretending that it's not gonna fall apart. Yeah, life isn't fun. I don't know why you ever believed that was true. See what happens if you defund the police, release all the criminals from prison. At a certain point, it's the consequences of your own actions, you know? I'm gonna be out here chilling. They ain't gonna get me. I'll fucking disappear into the jungle.
I can't remember when I've had a more pleasant day.
And that's why I'm not the depressed Wojak. I got up and out. Now I ain't even gotta care no more. It's beautiful. I wish I cared less, truly. Like, there was a point where I said, you know, none of this stuff affects me, but just see it. Just see it over and over and over. It fucking takes its toll, man. I don't mean to harp on and on about it, but this truly is one of the worst fucking decisions that I've made. At least today. This got over 500 upvotes, r/anime memes. Would you rather? Would you rather have a hot stepmom or have a hot stepsister? Oh. Well, the reality for most of you is that you're gonna die alone in a basement, so, you know, let's not get our hopes up or anything like that.
Love when we come together for family time.
It's good to have dreams and such, but we gotta make steps towards it. And I know you're not. And that's why you're here on r/anime memes, posting about step family things. On a public Reddit profile, mind you. I bet if I went into the comments, again, just like the Facebook things, if I went into the comments and dug around for like 15 minutes, you'd come across some of the most deranged people out there. They're all right here on the internet for our perusal. The problem is, yeah, it takes a lot of mental energy. Maybe sometime later. Not now, but much later. Moving on. My religion has better Tradwives than your religion, said the National Socialist neckbeard who lives in their mother's basement. Average heathen Tradwife. Oh, look at that. She's dressed conservatively. Average Christ cuck Tradwife. Oh my god. She's wearing a bikini. What's this text at the bottom? Adult video star Courtney Tilia claims God made her go into the X-rated business. That's right, God told me to do this. God bought me a leather couch and a handy cam.
You've come. I have. Come.
I did this for God. I'm so sad that you haven't been smited quite yet. I don't think that was part of the plan, honestly. I think the rest of the plan has been adjusted around the fucking stupid decisions that you've made. Forgive me for saying that, yeah, sex workers are people and all that type of stuff. But there are many reasons why there's a high turnover rate there, you know? It's not the best thing for you, I think most would agree. And if you don't agree, then, well, you're objectively fucking wrong. Let's move on. Soap says you can barely see any armpit hair.
That's hilarious. Armpit hair doesn't bother me at all.
Don't point that out to me. Dude says females with armpit hair need to be hung up and executed. She's just posting her day 0 at the gym. Why you gotta do that? I also cannot see basically any armpit hair. I don't know what the fuck.
What about you guys? We ain't found shit.
I think it's a shadow. You're just angry at a shadow. Then another base poster replies, hey, if you stopped existing, nothing in my life would change. Let's test that hypothesis. That's what I say. Go ahead, give it a try. Wow, see that? Nothing fucking changed. That guy's gone now, so we don't need to worry about him. Next post. OP says women just have a whole stop right there. It's low-key crazy how us men live existential crises and go through hell to get bigger, while women just have a whole and a worry-free life. Ah ha ha.
It really be like that sometime.
Oh man. Truth is, I think women worry a lot more than men. They think a lot more than men, that's for sure. Probably they also handle their existential crises a little bit better. But don't worry too much about that, okay? We all get through it. I know the thing, and you don't know where you're going, but don't fucking worry about where you're going. Just keep moving, okay? That's the whole answer. That's how you win the entire thing. Just keep moving, and I'm gonna do the same. Goodbye forever. This OP says, found one in r/memes. How surprising. Yeah, it seems like the meme subreddits are the lowest common denominator, sort of. It's the pulsing id of the internet without being super unfiltered like 4chan. It's an interesting thing to look at sometimes, is what I'm saying. Anyway, this meme says, 2020! Female Wojak says, if he's not 6'2" and a millionaire, I don't want him. And then Chad in 2030 says, if she's not trained on 200 billion parameters, I don't want her. And then he's got like a sexy android with metal boobs. And she says, beep boop, beep boop.
You wouldn't like my body. It's all circuity and metallic.
Yeah, that sounds about like 2 parameters, if I'm honest. But, you know, if you're happy with it, plenty of dudes out here happy with just a fucking hunk of silicone, so it really doesn't take all that much. If you want to build the human connection, sometimes, sure, it's inconvenient or something like that. But it's also somebody who's going to have your fucking back no matter what. And I don't know. That's a really good feeling to me. This whole thing sounds like a boatload of coke. As soon as 2030 hits, we're going to push it out. It's going to be 2040. Yeah, the robot waifus are coming really soon, guys. Just hang in there.
A smart guy like you? So good with his hands?
Meanwhile, you've not progressed your life at all in a decade, have you? But in the comic, I put myself as the Chad head. I'm sorry, you'll never be the Chad head. You will never. Gubbins, do you want a robot wife?
No robot wife for Gubbins. Only war. Protect Chief. Battle cringe. Loyal champion always. Tribe's protector, no time for marriage, Gubbins.
No time for marriage. That's true. The glory of Rome lasts forever. Much longer than my alimony payments. Anyway. Stupid joke. We're going to move on. At least I'm finally feeling a bit more lighthearted now that we've gotten away from all the kids stuff. Now that I said that, we're probably going to run into a fucking another one. But no, it's going to be fine. Fingers crossed, it's going to be fine. Here is a counter argument to the Fedora. Look, we poke fun and all, but the hat genuinely makes the egg more handsome and alluring. You know? I can't argue with your counter argument. Although I guess my counter argument to the counter argument would be eggs don't have the same subtext when it comes to fedoras. It was a cool thing to wear once upon a time, but yeah, that's been ruined. Maybe in another 20, 30 years, we could take it back at some point, but I don't know that it's ever going to happen. People are just too lazy to dress up in the way that it takes in order for a fedora to look good. You need to wear a fucking suit, okay? Not a t-shirt and cargo shorts. I know they're comfy. But if you want to wear the hat, you gotta do the whole shebang and bang. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not. You needed to hear it. Fucking clean yourself up. Moving on. Here's some other people getting mad at the anime tourist thing that I got mad at earlier, and that makes me feel real good. I don't want to take this ride alone. Somebody said, shut up, PDF. And somebody in the thread said, thinks fanservice is sexist and drawings equate to real life issues. Translation, I live in fear of the police seeing my hard drive. Accurate translation, I think. This guy has definitely explained the definition of hebephile to people who absolutely did not ask a lot. And the same person, still so butt mad, so hurt over these truthy statements. They said, damn, I didn't know poo-hole Reddit made me famous. It's obvious you people can't accept what's fiction and what isn't fiction, so I guess tards from Reddit have to make a whole thread about me, lol. That'll just make me more relevant. Yeah, that might not be the best thing, considering what you're relevant for, you know what I mean? It's like, if you go to jail and you're relevant for that, somebody's gonna catch you in the neck with a sharpened toothbrush while you're in the shower. Not that he ever showered. While you're in your bunk sleeping.
28 stab wounds.
Get this stinky motherfucker out. He was stinky before he died. And they'll say, what a tragic accident, and close the book. And maybe that's the best thing that could happen here. You know you're wrong. That's why it cuts you so deep. I don't have to explain it to you any further. I will let this sharpened toothbrush do the work for me. Anyway, next one. Oh, here we go. Finally, a fucking gaming post. How long did it take? It's ridiculous. OP says, this is in the Marvel Rivals fandom, and this is why we can't have nice things. Okay, here's my hot take. I think that Marvel Rivals should make pregnant skins of all their female characters as a way to stop people from getting abortions.
That sure is a hot take, but how is it going to help us?
Yeah, I don't think that's your actual motivation here, but go on. And then all those pro-choice freaks will go cry to their mommy about how they're non-binary and identify as an attack helicopter, laughing with tears. That actually probably was a pretty good joke the first time I heard it. After the first 100 times, it gets a little old. First 1,000 times, super stale. Where are we at now, 1 million? Now it has the opposite effect.
Yes, but not funny, haha. Funny weird.
It's a joke that will make me like you just that little bit less. I'm totally all for it. You can identify as whatever you want. It's just the attack helicopter part that fucking everybody says. Why not like a T-Rex? You know what I mean? An Abrams tank. Something like that. Like, that's tangentially related. Fucking attack helicopter. Not a single original thought in your head, is there? And I don't want pregnant skins of all the characters, by the way. It's crazy. Whatever. Anyway, moving on. This OP says, a strange, weirdly accepting incel, 4chan silliness abounds. I wonder why he's alone. Eye roll. Non says, women are the real chads. I don't want to admit this because I hate women with every fiber of my being, but women are the real chads. Plain-looking, run-of-the-mill, mid-tier-looking bitches will be like, I want a guy who's 6 feet tall, and he makes 6 figures, and got a giant pee-pee, and is all fit and muscular. And then men, like a bunch of pathetic cucks, go out and hit the gym in droves, waste their lives hustling to make more money and do other stupid bullshit like mewing just to get access to a crusty-looking 5. I mean, the dating market, it's a little bit saturated at the moment. But I think that's because most dudes are trying to cruise like Tinder and shit like that. If you go out and talk to girls in real life, like, it's so easy. It's shooting fish in a barrel. But because you're mortified of interaction with a woman, you're stuck to doing it online. And yeah, it's never gonna work out. I hate to be the one to tell you, but it's just never gonna work out. No matter how much you mew or go to the gym, you're literally scared of women. It's fucking pathetic. Men will then set a very generous and reasonable beauty standard for women to attain, and will be like, excuse me, ladies, I'm sorry to be a bother, but we'd like it if maybe, like, you weren't, like, so morbidly obese, maybe, and also, I don't want to be a nuisance, but if maybe your body counts was a little less than the triple digits, and maybe if, like, and I feel bad even saying this, but, if you could, like, maybe shave your legs and your armpits sometimes. And then women are all like, no, fuck your beauty standards, I'm perfect the way I am. I'll be as fat and disgusting and hairy as I want, and you bang me anyway. You got that, you little incel bitch. I don't know if this post is sarcastic. This is like one of my favorite posts on 4chan. It's amazing. And I think it really is not far from the truth if you have nothing to bring to the table. Of course it's easy to walk away. I'm talking about, like, can't you bring a winning smile, some insightful witticisms? Really, the bar is so low. We just, for whatever reason, refuse to get over it. Or even try. You think it's impossible, and while you aren't working towards it, you're right. But if you just keep moving, it becomes a lot more possible. Okay, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. If you'd like to hear some of these things over on Spotify, we're also there. Thank you so much for watching this episode today, friends. Sign up on Patreon, YouTube memberships. I'd appreciate that so much. Share the video around, even if it was miserable for me. Maybe somebody will enjoy it. I want you to always remember that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.